Several people said there's no way a small block could be as refined as what is being put into the foreign competition. And we said we disagree.
The second-gen car was a cannonball dive in the deep end of the pool. It included being faster on the Nürburgring, first sedan to break the 8-minute barrier. You just go to your dealer and you have a legitimate race car.
Defining moments here for Gen 4s. Each vehicle has a soul.
The inspiration for its shape was an archer drawing his bow. Could that have also inspired its 556 horsepower supercharged engine? The all-new Cadillac Cts-V Coupe. We don't just make luxury cars, we make Cadillacs. What if we told you that Cadillac borrowed technology from Ferrari to develop its suspension system? Or what if we told you that Ferrari borrowed technology from Cadillac to develop its suspension system? Magnetic ride control, pioneered by Cadillac, perfected in the 556 horsepower Cts-V. We don't just make luxury cars, we make Cadillacs.
What can you do with 7 minutes, 59 seconds, and 32 100ths? Maybe walk your dog around the block. Or read a couple of columns on the op-ed page. Even shine and buff a pair of wingtips. Or you could silence every skeptic on the planet by blistering through a 13-mile lap at Germany's famed Nürburgring. Inspired and humbled by all the great cars that came before us, like the BMW M5 and the Mercedes-Benz E63. We didn't see this time as something to cherish, but more a starting line from which to keep pushing. The Cts-V, the world's fastest production sedan. Cadillac, the new standard of the world.
Why build a car with 640 horsepower? Why give it brakes that belong on a racetrack? Why, for the love of God, build a sedan that goes 200 miles per hour? It's simple. You can build a car, or you can build a Cadillac.
happened to driving? When did it lose its soul? We believe driving should be more than just getting from A to B. It's time to breathe new life into the art form. One gear at a time, one shift at a time, nothing automatic about it. Let's get back to driving our cars and not the other way around. 6 manual gears connecting driver, car, and road. Racetrack ready, power and handling all at your mercy. The world may have forgotten, but Cadillac hasn't. Introducing the Cadillac V-Series Blackwing. Long live the manuals.
.2 liters, supercharged V8, 640 horsepower, 630 pound-feet of torque. Propels this vehicle 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds with a top speed of 200 miles an hour. We've got our new lightweight Eaton supercharger at 1.7 liters, smaller and more efficient than the outgoing engine. Titanium intake valves, sodium-filled exhaust valves, and a 10-quart wet sump oiling system. The benefit of the sodium-filled exhaust valves is it enables them to be hollow and lightweight. So driving dynamics. How do you get it to handle like it's on rails so it's so precise? You got to add stiffness. We added stiffness with this aluminum shear plate that we added to the lower vehicle. We added stiffness by converting the rubber bushings to cross-axis ball joints, which have zero compliance, they just rotate. We added stiffness by braces between the motor compartment rail and the radiator tie bar, between the bumper beam and the front motor compartment rails. And we also changed the bushing rates in the suspension. They're up probably 50%. As we move through, how do we get the 630 pound-feet of torque to the ground? We had to stiffen the prop shaft. It's larger diameter, thicker wall. In addition, we have asymmetric half shafts, where we have a 52 millimeter half shaft on the driver's side, 26 millimeters on the passenger side. That keeps us from having power hop. And then the fuel tank is something we worked hard on so that we can get this car to less than 1/8 of a tank, and you can be running max lap out on the course, just like Moto Man loves to do. He can do that all the way down to less than 1/8 of a tank without any starvation. And then last, we got active valves. At 3,500 RPM, these valves open up and the exhaust is basically wide open. It reduces the back pressure. When you go to sport and track, the valves open up sooner and they stay open for a longer period of time. We have 390 millimeter front brake rotors with 6 piston Brembo fixed calipers. In the rear, we have 365 millimeter with 4 piston calipers. Some might ask, why no carbon ceramic brakes? Basically, you don't need them. Early on, we established targets to have 0 fade, stopping from 200 miles an hour. We achieved that. When you do that with a rotor that's this large and has this much heat dissipation capacity, there's no need for another set of carbon ceramic rotors at another $8,000 to the customer. It'd be purely waste. This car has a braking system that's fully track capable right from the factory without any additional optional equipment.